Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times. Welcome to a special episode here. As you guys know, if you've been paying attention to the local news at Sapulpa Times over the last several weeks, we have a city council election coming up on April the 7th, just a few weeks away now. And one of the wards that is being contested is Ward 5, of which David Mortazavi is the incumbent for that ward. And so, David, thanks for coming to hang out with me and meet everybody.
Well, hello everybody, and thanks for doing this. Thanks for inviting me to do this.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this is fun. A lot of people, I don't think, I don't even know if people know you more as City Councilor David Mortazavi or as the owner of Steak and Eggs.
I think they know me as the owner of Steak and Eggs
You were,
more.
well, you've been that for a lot longer than you've been a City Councilor.
31 years.
31 years. That's a long time.
Yes.
Did you start with Steak and Eggs or did that
Yes,
come
I
later?
uh, I was about 23 years old when the good Lord gave me the my chance.
Okay.
He gave me my chance, and I moved to Sapulpa, and I started that with my brother Jerry. And I tell you what, it's been a blessing. I started breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We worked 7 days a week.
Hmm.
I probably didn't have a day off for probably about at least 5 or 6 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
I
Okay.
worked every day. I
Jeez.
would be in the kitchen with my cooks. I would cook. I would serve. I would do everything.
Yeah.
And it's been a blessing.
Well, that's how I met you, was through Steak and Eggs.
Yes.
And for a long time, it was anytime I show up, it didn't matter what you were doing. It's like you come and sit down next to me and we chat for a little
Yes.
bit, and yeah, just
Well, I just,
still
I just,
there.
I just love our customers. Let me tell you, everything I have, I've been married for about 31 years almost.
Okay.
and, four kids. All my kids were born here, went to school, in Sapulpa, graduated from Sapulpa. And everything I own, I have, is the people of Sapulpa. I mean, I appreciate that's why I give so much back. I
Right.
know it's not a front page news. I don't like to be bragging about it or put it on the Sapulpa Herald, or a lot of time I don't even go on and I tell people do not say it because I owe everything to these people. I mean, I was blessed. I've been blessed with everybody.
That's a good way to put it, man. I hope all of us city councilors, the ones that are running and the ones that are currently there, feel that way. So, okay, well, let's talk about. So, you've been a business owner, and we were talking about it earlier. So, initially, when you ran for this seat, how long have you been city councilor now?
Well, let me tell you how I started.
Okay,
3.5 years ago. I live on 49th and 117.
okay,
And I don't want to be a negative about this, but on 49 to 117, when you come to 117 to come into Sapulpa, there used to be wrecks all the time.
oh sure, yeah, it was famous.
And yes, so I used to take picture of these wrecks and send it in. Hey, can we do something about this? Can we do something about this? And then they no response. Then it'd be another wreck. I'll see it on Facebook. I'll be cooking. I'll look at Facebook for a little bit,
Hmm.
and I see another wreck. Everybody puts everything on Facebook.
Of course,
I
yeah.
screenshot it. I send it again. I would literally send it to the few of the councilmen's and let them know, hey, we got to do something about this. I would even harass a couple of the councilmen that would come and eat at my restaurant. It got to that point they didn't even want to come in because I would tell them,
That your Kyrex.
yes. I was like, you got to do something. So one day I was coming and the sun rises in the east. It hits you right in the eyes, and you want to turn right to come to town. You can't even see.
Right.
And I was thinking, my kid's going to turn 16 years old. I've been telling my kids, my first three, to drive through the neighborhoods. Don't go on 49th, 117. So finally, I decided, you know what? I might have to run for this seat to maybe get this light.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly how
So
it
that's why
started.
you
That
decided to run.
that's exactly how it started.
Okay.
So I got in. I put my name in. And there was two city councilmen at that time. It was a lady that put her name in, and a gentleman that was already there.
Yeah.
And so, well, after I put my name in, the gentleman came and talked to me. He said, "Well, David, if you're running, I'm not going to run against you." So he pulled out.
Okay.
Then we had a meeting with the young lady, and she also decided she's not going to run. She withdrew too.
Okay.
So that's how I became city council.
But okay, so you became city councilor by default because the other two decided that they were happy with the choice and they didn't
Yes,
feel like they were going to be a better one, I guess.
yes.
Well, okay,
So then
so
what I did, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
So then what I did, I went in and started fighting for the light. I, before I became a city council, I even came to a meeting for the lights. I mean, I was very angry, I think, about people getting wrecks. So when I came in, one of the gentlemen that really helped a lot, I got to give him credit, even though I know he didn't like me harassing him every day. It was Lou Martin.
Okay. All right.
I'm telling you what, he really worked hard, helped me out. Now, I cannot say I put the light. I have to say we because everybody got on board after that.
Yeah, it was definitely a group decision.
But yes. So once I got in there, um, I realized really it takes a long time to put something because all they could do, but they do need a push. If you don't push, it never gets done.
Hmm.
Once you push, there's so many different channels you got to go through to get the lights because it was a highway, you know. And I realized that they were trying. It just takes a little longer.
Yeah.
So I have to give them a credit, and I have to give. So I could say I pushed, but overall is we. It wasn't I. It was us.
Okay. You're kind of touching on something that I do want to talk about, but before we move off of the light, because I want to make sure I understand the timeline and everything, because my understanding is the light for 49th West Avenue and 117 was part of the 2020 Geo
It
bond,
was.
and it passed in, technically it passed in 2019. We got it started in 2020. You came on board when?
I was 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, so you came about 2022, 23,
Yes.
something like that. And so the light was already on its way, but you felt like had it been held up until that point or something?
It, it wasn't getting done.
Okay.
I was pushing. You know, when you're an outsider, and that's what I want everybody to realize. Sometimes we get mad, we get angry because we want everything done right away.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was one of those guys that I was seeing wrecks, I was getting upset. I was seeing grandmas, you know, a lot of older folks because there is a hill.
There is. Yeah.
And
That's the thing.
and so I was getting very upset that nobody was listening. And that's why I was outsider, not knowing what they were doing inside. Even though when I went and talked to them, they said, well, they send um, the chief to go down there and do like they do traffic count,
Yeah, they do
they got to
stuff.
do all that stuff before they can make decision. But it wasn't meeting their, uh, what do you call it, to be able to put a light there.
Oh, wasn't meeting the qualifications or whatever?
Exactly, and that's why yes, it got passed on the bond, but it wasn't getting done.
Okay.
But like I said again, they needed a little push. But at the end, when I got in there, I saw that they really did help. They really got help. We just got it done faster.
Okay, so going back to what you were saying before, kind of about that is being on the outside and talking with city councilors. So you're kind of I don't want to say a rare thing here, but I mean very often people they just don't take the initiative to really or they don't know how to get in touch with their city councilor to talk to them about stuff. You kind of had a really good relationship with a few of them because they came to your restaurant and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, what maybe surprised you as you became a city councilor and you came to see how things are on the inside? Was there any big
Yes.
changes? Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I think people really don't understand it because they think we have a bad habit of we want everything gets done right away.
sure, right.
Everything takes time. I think we should be more patient. You know, patient and time is very important. And that's what it takes because after I went in, I realized that, first of all, you need to come and let us know, educate us. If we don't know things, we can't fix. Now, I went and talked to them constantly, make sure that they get it fixed. But I realized once I got in, people want things done through Facebook. It's a very, very negative thing to do. I think that I would advise people to come in. We first Monday or the third Monday of the month to come in and speak your mind. When you come speak, please come educate us. Don't come as an angry. person because that's I think I was one of those people, and that's why I'm, you know, I have
Mhm.
experience on that. That I think we do want to listen. I see that the city council do want to listen. City manager really tries because I was one of the one that was like, oh my God, I can't believe they don't want to fix.
Hmm. Hmm.
Listen, they're running the whole city.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot more than just that one
Okay,
intersection.
when you don't, you think that they have 2,000 employees. They don't have that many.
Not
Okay.
near.
It
No.
it takes time and patience. And I learned that they really are trying. And the last 3.5 years that I've been there, I've seen changes. I've seen more things happening. So you do have a great city council man and woman and city employees that are trying. Now, I think maybe our communication probably need to get a little better. Maybe, I'm honest. I tell you how it is always.
Okay.
I don't try to.
We appreciate that.
So I think there should be some communication among inside, but overall, I promise you, um, come in and talk to us.
Okay.
Come in and please come in and talk to all of us at one time because we also don't want to tell you what you want to hear and you move on. But if you come and talk to all of us at one time, we can solve problems.
Yeah.
Any problems could be solved.
So I think what you're referring to there is the public comments section that happens at every city council meeting, right?
Yes,
And you actually bring up a good point because I think it's so easy to maybe catch you at the restaurant, catch one of us at Free Coffee Friday or something,
yes.
and say, "Hey, we really need to do something about that." And then, I mean, I'll admit that people tell me this sometimes, and I'll say, "You know what? You're right. Maybe something needs to be done," and then I leave and I forget. But if
That's the key.
well, yeah, but when you come to city council, you bring it up in public comments. Not only do you have the ears of all of the city councilors that are present at the time, but they can actually direct the city manager to take action at that point. I mean, they can't really make they can have the start of a discussion later on or something, but that's really a good way to get something on the agenda or on the minds of everybody.
Is the best way to solve any issues. Come and
Okay.
talk to us when we're all there together as one.
Do you feel like you made a lot more progress on that light after you actually came to the
Yes,
city council meeting?
yes, I knock on doors, and I don't like that at all. But because the area I live in is huge homes, and I don't walk over the grass, so I go up and down driveways, and I speak to the people. And one of the things they really appreciate when they find out that I was one of the persons that was helping push, and that's why I ran. They love it. They're so appreciative about that light. They
Yeah.
really like how that saves lives. And we had a lot less wrecks.
Yep.
So the
Yeah,
people
it's made a
appreciate it.
difference. I don't think
Yeah,
anybody would argue that for
thank
sure.
you.
So, well, okay. So aside from the light at 117 49th, and I know that that's probably your favorite thing because it
It is.
affected. I mean, it directly affects you, right? And
Yes.
it's kind of a point of pride, even I bet, even be able to say I had a hand in that. But is there any other thing, especially with the geo bond or any of the other
Some of
city
the things,
projects?
yeah, some of the things that I enjoy doing is I'm a big safety man. Okay.
Okay.
You can ask anybody in there when it comes to safety. I'll push it. It's very important to me for our people in town. Stop signs. There's areas where kids drive really fast, and
Hmm.
there's little kids in the neighborhoods that are playing, and we need a stop sign certain four ways and three ways. So we made it happen, and we made sure that we put those stop signs as soon as they come and let us know the concerns the publics do or the people that live in those areas. And with the help the city manager and the city councilors, we make it happen. And I feel like about 87%, 90%, it gets done right away. So they do care about safety. So we do put some stop signs, just like the downtown. When they did the downtown, if you see all those rails everywhere,
Hmm.
that's one of the things that I push to get those because, people walk, we look at our phones every day. We don't know which way we're going, and
Yeah.
we'll step and we'll just fall.
I about did that myself. Before the rails got put in, there was like this period of time, and
Hmm.
they put the benches there. I stepped off the curb there, and if I were an older person, I probably would have face
And
planted.
that was one of my biggest concerns. So we started doing some of those,
Okay.
and yeah,
So aside from that, I know just going back to what you were telling me about your family, I didn't plan to bring this up, but we just found out yesterday your daughter is actually one of the valedictorians for Sapulpa High School. She's going to graduate this year, right?
Yes, she's gonna graduate. Actually, I want to congratulate all of them,
There's a bunch.
all of them, and and especially four of them are the ping ping dancers.
Which your daughter is
I'm
also.
sorry,
That's
five of them are ping ping dancers.
okay.
And yes, my daughter is one of the national champion from ninth grade. She's been ping ping, and yes, and she's attending Oklahoma University, just like her brothers and her cousins and her sisters.
Okay. Well, I won't hold that against her. That's fine.
Hey, what's funny is when we talk like that, there's three teams that I love. Okay,
Okay.
OU, OSU, and TU, and I support all three of them in every game, unless they're not playing together. If they're playing together, OU is my first
No,
choice.
yeah, I understand that. I think that's what we all say. But how many of your kids went to OSU?
None of them did, but a lot of their friends.
Okay.
And well, actually, I have a lot of kids. They're not my biological, but they became my kids through the through all these years knowing these kids from high school.
Mhm.
They actually call me dad. It's
Oh, that's
funny.
sweet.
So there's a lot of them go to OSU and TU.
Okay, so well, we kind of covered the basics as far as like how you got started in city council. We talked a little bit about the differences since becoming a city councilor that you've seen things from the inside. I did want to ask, can you point to maybe anything coming up in the future? What are you looking forward to the most if you're reelected or
Well,
elected, I should say?
well, I am very very pro business.
Okay,
I'm a very pro Sapulpa, pro education. Um, I want to see more growth, more rooftops. One of my goals are because we want to have. I hear people all the time talk about Sand Springs getting this, Tulsa Hills getting this.
hmm,
What they don't realize is behind the scene we are very trying hard. And one of my biggest push right now is Town West.
okay,
What I like to do with Town West, I know that a lot of big businesses they would come to Town West because of the highway. Okay.
right,
And so, and personally myself, I've been in the restaurant business and known a lot of people. I talk to people, and we can get a lot of those chain people if we can clean up Town West. In other words, we want hotels. We need to get rid of those motels.
hmm,
Well, we want big restaurants. We need to clean the Town West up so we can get the hotels in, the big restaurants in, the big truck stops in, and grow our sell tax, our property taxes. So I'm about growth a lot, and more maybe bring some good businesses our town.
okay,
People don't realize some of the things I hear, and I know maybe this is not the time to talk about it. Sand Springs. Well, do you know the city of Sand Spring has bought a lot of those locations a long time ago? They had a 20-year
20-year
plan.
project. Yeah,
Okay.
we talked about that with Lucy
Okay.
a
And
week or so
and
ago.
and so they bought those so they be able to be able to give those properties to big companies to come in and be able to we always will get our money back.
Right, of course.
They
Yeah,
might
through
buy
sales
the
tax.
property from us for the same price. Because if somebody else buys it, we might not be able to get that sold. But if we own it, and that's why I love to see more areas in town that are run down. The city go after it, and we buy it, and then we clean it up, and try to bring big businesses in our town.
Yeah,
Because we can negotiate, we can make deals with big businesses, but we have to have properties, and that's why Sand Springs is so successful. And also, they're off the highway; they're in a good location. Well, guess what? We have those too.
yeah.
You
You
know,
had that over in
Town
the Edge,
West, yes, the Edge District.
right?
So
I was about to bring that up while we're talking about Town West, the Edge. So, out of all these people you talk to, how many of them still don't realize that that is actually part of Sapulpa city limits now? I got annexed in a couple of decades ago, I think, at this point.
everybody knows. They always say, "I wish we got the one down in Highway
75.
75." I'm
Uh,
like, "Hey, we gotta leave behind us the past." Okay. What we have today is that. Let's look forward. Let's
okay.
don't look back. And I promise you, we will make it out. Think about it. In 3.5 years that I've been there, think about what has been done so far in this little town. from the shoot, from from the growth, from the areas that are we cleaning it up. People people see it, but they still don't know what's really going on. I wish they would come to city council meetings. A lot of them. I really do like that. That's where you can learn and educate yourself more.
Yeah, it is good. I would also encourage that. I
Yes.
think city council meetings can be intimidating for people who don't really understand that. I mean, it's a completely open public meeting. You're legally allowed to come and hear everything. And there's that point of the meeting that is you're able to step up and give your comments and you need to tell us your name and where you live because they want to know who they're talking to. But aside from that, I mean, it's a really great way to get educated on the day-to-day business instead of just sometimes, the bigger stories that come out, like the a bigger story comes out and then like the rest of it, whatever happened in that meeting, nobody ever hears about because it's
That's
getting
right.
overshadowed by big things. So, but I like how you ended it there. Look forward to what's coming. Don't hang out in the past too much.
Please don't. Please don't. I mean, if you really look what has been done the last 3.5 years, you should be pleased.
So,
And remember this, we don't have the kind of manpower that if you think like Tulsa has,
yeah.
we have so much manpower and patience, time. I promise you, a lot of those streets are getting fixed. Okay. A lot of things are happening. Our city employees they're really trying. And our city manager is really trying and doing a good job. And I, I'm talking for myself. Every time I have called her for anything about roads, it
Hmm.
got done.
Okay.
It got done. So I cannot say she's not doing.
You're talking about city manager generally.
Yes, yes. I always go straight to her and say, "Hey, I got a phone call, the street," and believe it or not, she's pretty fast. She gets on it. I'm very and trust me, I'm a very difficult person when it comes to not getting job done.
I know. You kept after him about that light, didn't you?
Oh no, I do that a lot of things because I have a bad habit. I guess it's a good habit, and I teach my kids these things too. Be kind always, but if a job's not done, go back and drive by there yourself and see if it got done. Don't text somebody and say, "Hey, is it done?" I drive by and look. If it's not done, I text them from the same place. Say, "Hey, I'm here. The job's not done."
Okay.
So I push like that.
Yeah.
But overall, it's not like I said again. It's not I. I'm telling you, is we, is us. I mean, the city councils are doing a good job. I'm very pleased with all of them. I really am. We disagree on a lot of things,
Right.
you know, but I am pleased with what they're doing. They're really good.
Good to know. All right. Well, I know you brought a sign with us today. Do you want to show that on
I do want
camera?
to show this, and I have a couple of things I want to talk
Oh,
about.
okay. Yeah,
Okay,
let's
if you
hear it.
don't
Yeah.
mind.
No, we got the time.
One
It's fine.
one one of the things I want to talk about is the cell tower. Okay,
The one on 49
listen,
that looks like a big tree.
I was no on it. I know my opponent is out there telling these um, lies or dirty things, or they're saying that they were for the cell tower. My name is not strict on it, but on one of the letters they said that, and guess what? I was no. We pushed it out.
That was all of you guys were no on that, if I recall
There
correct.
was four.
4 out of the 10
Yes, but all we needed was four
to get it.
to kick it out
Okay.
and not get it.
Okay.
Okay. All we needed is four votes and we got it. And it got kicked out. And they took us to court.
Right.
They got an attorneys. Okay, that's one. Second thing, Church of Christ. They say the straw that broke the camel's back why I'm running against David Mortazavi is because they denied the church. I did not deny the church. David Mortazavi was the one that voted, okay, to have the church and not only have the church, help them to bring it back because they did get denied,
Hmm.
but it wasn't me that denied it.
Right.
We brought it back, all right, and we got the 5-4 votes, and we put it. And the letter that they put down is the wrong information about the church because I got the letter from the pastor right here, wrote to me and said that you were the one that helped us get
Okay.
that church back and get approved. So I just want people to know that. I know that your viewers will appreciate that. That wrong information is bad. And I always say, if y'all get wrong information, I would love for you guys to do your own researches
Well, sure, yeah. I
and
mean, I'm a
and
big
and
proponent of
ask.
that.
Yes. And one more thing, my phone number is 918-688-3989. And all my brochures that come into your homes have my number. You can have access to me at any time. Any problems, any issues. Remember, when we are city councilors, Ward 5, that's not the only ward I work at. We are city council for the whole city of Sapulpa. And I want you guys to know that. So if you have a concern and you can't get a hold of somebody, you're welcome to call me because we will make sure we all work together as a team. All
Right.
10 of us are united into one. And we want to make sure everybody knows that it is a volunteer work. And I only do this because I love the town. I love my city. And that's why. But in the meantime, people need to realize that when we make decisions, okay, it affects all city. We make rules and laws. So remember, when we say Ward 5, but really all city of
The
Sapulpa.
whole city. Okay.
And then I want you to April 7th vote for David Mortazavi. Really love to have your vote. And I
If you're in
promise you,
Ward 5.
huh?
If you're in Ward 5.
If you're in Ward 5, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, we just got a lot more to do, and I promise you, our city is going to be greater than it is now. I mean, we are great. There's nothing wrong with it, but we're just going to get better and better.
Hmm. I'm looking forward to that too. So, David, thanks again for taking the time to sit down with me. And
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
yeah, I think it helped answer a lot of questions and stuff that people had. So, guys, stay tuned. We're going to continue to have more interviews with the other candidates for all of the different wards that are being contested in this election before, so you guys can make an informed decision. Stay in the loop right here. We'll see you at the next episode. Thanks for tuning into the Time Loop. I'll see you at the next one where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you.